Hello everyone, I'm Psychotic, and that's also my screen name. We are back with episode 32 of our Medieval Dynasty Let's Play. Today our goals are to go on a mine run to get some extra iron. We're going to also try to get some work done around the village and get another house built and attempt to work on the beautification of the village. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. If you learned anything useful or have a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, here we go. Alrighty, now I did do some crafting. I made several different things, but I don't think we're going to go on a sale run at the start of this episode like we normally do, because I think I've adjusted our NPCs to be able to sell off and handle that aspect of it. We didn't make nearly as much as we have been making, so I think that's going to come a long ways towards helping us out here. So let's go ahead and check out our animals here. Can pick up the poop. These guys aren't quite ready to shear yet, it doesn't look like. Oops. Oh, the geese. And just feathers in the nests. We may as well. We can at least sell off the feathers at the store. Okay. Then we can go check out our cows. And our donkeys and horse. Let's see if they've grown yet. The donkey's still a baby. What about the colt? Who is nowhere to be seen. Is he in the shed again? No? Where did the colt go? There he is. No, he's still growing. Calf. Cow. Oh, we can milk the cows. Yay! The last time I checked, we were not able to do so yet. Oh, maybe not. Oh, a lot less poop in here. Oh shit, I forgot to check in here for poop. Looks like not very much. They haven't produced much. That's okay. We really don't need much. Speaking of which, how are our fields looking? That one's almost done, and that one's almost done for planting. So let's see what we need for fertilizer. We might need to make some of that because we've been kind of hedging. Yeah, we should probably make some. So let's go ahead, and we know that it's a 2-to-1. So we're going to go ahead and grab... Well, that's... Okay, we'll just... Oh, we can't move. Alright, well, that was ill-advised. So I've taken to just wearing the fur all the time now, because with our 2 points in our temperature, we do not overheat in summer while wearing fur, and that way we don't have to change clothes at all. So that's going to save us some time and effort and my forgetfulness. Oh, it was the manure that we needed. You know, sometimes I'm a special kind of special. Alright, we're not going to make it all because that is a bastard lot of manure. We're just going to make some of it. I did make ourselves an iron crossbow and some iron bolts, as well as poisoning them, and then I kept a hold of our flat bow and poisoned some of the iron arrows for that as well, so we're going to have to sell off our bronze arrows as we are transitioning fully to iron. The problem is when I set up our forges to refine iron and craft with iron, I did make a bit of an oopsie. It takes 2 iron ore to make 1 iron bar, and we are gathering 50 iron ore, and I was working off of the assumption that we would be getting 50 iron bars, so we're a little bit skewed there, so we're going to have to contribute a little bit of iron. Thankfully, we're not going to have to clear the whole mine like we had been. We only really need the iron. Because anything bronze is just going to be extra money, but the iron is worth more money, so I would rather just clear the iron and call it a day. If all else fails, I think it would be more efficient to visit a second cave to get the iron out of that as well than it would be to actually get the bronze. This shouldn't take very long. It's less than a second to craft. And we're already halfway there. I did do one thing beautification-wise when I was crafting, just to see if we would get build XP. And that was I put some benches instead of stumps around the communal fire. I still haven't set up the second communal fire or anything or done any of the table work, but I did set up a couple of benches and remove the stumps because I didn't like the spacing on 2 of them. It was driving me nuts. And it seemed silly to fix the spacing on them when we can put something nicer down. So we went with that option instead. And it's not, I mean, the benches are 2 planks. It's not, or 4 planks rather, 2 logs each, so it's not like it's a big deal. I think we really need to do something to offload some of our planks. We are definitely flush with wood. Maybe at the end of stream I'll do a crap ton of vials again just to get us knocked back down some. So I think we're at like 400 or 500 logs now. Almost there. There we go. That'll see us through next season. Hopefully next season we will have some people coming off of maternity leave. I know it's close. If it's not next season, it'll be the one after. So yeah, here we've got some benches around this instead. The spacing's a little odd on this one, but when I had it closed in, they couldn't get in to actually sit down, so I had to back one of them out a little bit. Alright, so there's our fertilizer. Now, do we have anything for coinage? We do have some buckets to fill. We do have coinage, 8 grand. Fantastic. We are almost back up to 100 grand again. Just in time to pay taxes. But I think that 8 grand is going to be more normal than the 3 grand that we've been seeing, just because of what we have access to now. I would like to see if they have done anything with the corks while we're here, before we head off to the mines. So we do have quite a bit of cheese, and I did increase a little bit the amount of cheese that we're selling. Yeah, they've come down a little bit. Not a terrible lot, but a little bit. How are we doing on milk? Because that's the real kicker. Okay, so they should be making more. We'll have to check in the evening time and see how that goes. Something I would like to do before we go to the mines, though, is build another pickaxe. Ours is probably fine. Maybe not. Ours is getting close to being broken, and I would like to take some of our little iron here. And, yeah, we're over 500 logs now. That's gotta change. No, you can't craft it by hand, dumbass. Ooh, we just unlocked the apiary. Excellent. That's definitely something that we want to get up. That'll give us honeycomb, which will give us access to some new types of food, as well as some of the drinks that are in the tavern. But that is definitely something that we want to try to do something with. The problem is, I don't know where I want to put it, and I'm not even entirely sure how big it is. It's not super huge. Now, I know that we need to place another house. Wait, let me make sure that we don't have one that's already not finished building. No, they're all built. Okay. So we do need to place another house, and we can't go that way. It's too uneven. So something that we could do is maybe one more out this way, and then put the apiary, like, right here. That way, because the tavern's going to be right here. Well, I want the tavern to have room, though. I'm honestly not sure, guys. I think maybe we pull this tree out and put it here. The house, rather. Okay, so let's put the house foundation here. Just because we've got those other houses coming out a little bit further. That looks good. Ah, shit, it's going to be a wood base, isn't it? Okay, so that'll work for the house. So that'll let us put our tavern off of this and out in here. So we need to find a place to put, and maybe right here is the place. If we put the apiary here, let's point ourselves south. Let's do that. Yeah, I like it. Alright. The iron crossbow actually looks pretty sweet. The downside is switching from the crossbow to the bow. You have to actually go into your inventory and switch your arrows to bolts as well. It doesn't automatically update, which is kind of frustrating, but fair enough. It's not like it takes any time because time is frozen in your inventory, so we don't have to worry about switching over. Alright, so we'll get some stone up as well while we're getting our iron, which will help us to build those buildings that we just placed. In theory. We need at least 108 for the house, and I think we only need 8 for, so we basically only need 116. Which isn't too terrible bad. This will give a bit clearer of a view of the mine as well, because we're hitting it up in daytime this time. So we can actually explore those extra ends a little bit better than we could in the dark. We won't need the torch in the in-betweens. Is it this way? I think it's over here. Oh no, it's been a while since we made a trip to the mine. Whoa! The horse just took damage. That's not good. I don't know how to heal the horse. Of course, if he hadn't tried to Superman off the side of the mountain. Alright, did I seriously just completely miss the mine? No. I turned way too early is what happened. There we go. So we're going to ignore all this crap up front because we only care about iron. I think, nope. Are you tin or iron? That's tin. And copper. Tin. Tin. I think that was the hole. And that was the hole. Guess we'll find out here in a minute, huh? You iron? Yep, that was it. That's salt. That's iron. Excellent. We are already overburdened? How does that work? Still have a manure on us, but the damn simple shoes, I never put them away. Okay, well our first trip out's gonna be a little earlier than anticipated because I did not put away stuff before we left. Also, it looks like I still had the logs in my inventory. So that's frustrating. And I don't even have anybody to blame but myself either. I think that's probably the worst part. There's nothing worse than being angry about something and then finding out that the only person that you have to be angry at is yourself. Oh, that's tin. We don't want that. That's salt. That's iron. Yeah, it's a little weird. We're not just stripping everything like we usually do. We're actually targeting a specific ore. So it's kind of weird looking around at not swinging at stuff. We should probably just bring the horse down with us. How are we doing on iron? Looks like 21 so far, so that's 10 ore. It's not bad, it's not great, it's not bad. Well, let's park him at this crossroads. So I think we still need some stuff back up the way. Well, that's 10. No? No? Whoop. Yep. We should get a sizable amount out of this place. Oh, this is the big round room. Okay. So there's only a couple of nodes in here, surprisingly. This big ol' open space, there's not fuck all in there. Okay. And we've got this side to go down. I believe this side's actually quite long. I could be mistaken, though. We did do it in the dark. And things always seem longer than your first time through them. Alright, you know what? Let's go ahead and drop. Just to, one, we can get this stuff up for sale. Because they're already set to sell it, we just need to actually get it to them. But also, if we get much more, the horse is really going to start slowing down. Nope. Didn't quite make the corner. Fantastic. These are the kind of problems we didn't have with Donkey. Whoa! You guys actually made it to the mine this time! It's almost quitting time already, and they just got here, but, you know. Oh, hey, our horse is back up to full health, so apparently we didn't have to heal it. It healed itself. Okay, so let's offload all of this junk. Iron ore, logs, manure, shoes, the sticks, the stones, the bowls, and the vials. And that should give us a little bit of an easier time now. Well, it definitely fixed the problem with the merchants, just not the crafters. Now, some of the crafter problems, I was looking at those when I was doing our crafting at the after last episode, and a lot of those are things that we can't fix right now because we either need people or they are tools that are missing for a station that doesn't have people anyway. So I'm not particularly worried about them, so to speak. I think we just started down the other branch. I don't think we actually finished clearing out the other branch. Oh. Yeah. So this is the big old room. Nope, this is not the big old room. This is a different big old room. This place is confusing as shit. I should probably at some point... Oops, that's 10. I should probably at some point get some graph paper and actually map this place out. That would probably be the better bet here. I'm not going to do it right now, and it definitely won't be on stream because it'll take too long. But I feel like a good old-fashioned D&D map of this mine will probably help us not get lost as much. Of course, you know the ultimate strategy to solving mazes is to always turn left, right? As long as you always turn left whenever presented with a choice, you will always eventually find the end. It might not be in the least amount of moves, but you will always find the end. Alright, we seriously need to find the horse. You cannot call your horse when you're in the caves, which is problematic. Because ours is quite a ways away. Oh, there's some sneakily hidden iron in by the support pole there. They got crafty. Now, the one thing that I have noticed is that the nodes re-up every season, but they don't move. They are always in the same spot. So once you've mapped out in your mind where the nodes are in the caves, you're pretty much golden. The only reason we're struggling now is we just got our mine up and running only a couple of episodes ago, so I'm not familiar with the iron sections of the mine yet. The rest of the mine I know very well, just from our time spent in there. And it was getting to the point we were visiting frequently enough that I didn't have to look around a terrible lot for certain ores. I knew exactly where to go to get the tin, exactly where to go to get the copper. Okay, so let's throw this in you. Let's take you back the way that we just came from, because we never finished cleaning out that line. Are you stuck? Yep. So we went down this way, and one of these supports has iron around its base. Must be this one. Yep. Whoop. Yeah, it doesn't light up. I was hoping that maybe we could get away with getting our survival instinct thing to light up nodes, but no, that's not a thing. And it doesn't make sense based on the description that it would, but sometimes developers overlook things, and I was hoping we could get away with it. Oh, that's tin. That's iron. That looks like salt. Must be the angle. So my biggest problem is I needed iron to make some tools, and because we had not realized that iron Well, I knew iron was a 2-to-1, but I wasn't thinking about it when we set everything up, so I assumed that we would have 50 iron incoming. And that was just not the case. It was actually 25 iron ore. It was 50 iron, or 25 iron bars, 50 iron ore. And I kind of made an oopsie there. So that's been rectified, but we do still need extra iron for some of the things that I was going to do with it. I borrowed from our production to make my iron crossbow and such. I feel like that's copper. Ow. Have to check, though. Got that OCD bullshit, you know. Okay. Does look like we've gotten quite a significant amount of iron, though. So, you know, we've got another 20 bars on us right now. Not counting what we already scooped out. Whoop. Oh, that's 10. Oh. You were hiding. They like to be sneaky with their iron ore in here, I've noticed. Like, they were kind of sneaky with the tin, but not as bad as they are with the iron. I feel like whoever they allowed to place the iron nodes was kind of an asshole. Alright, you know what? We probably have enough iron. I'm not going to sweat it. We've dithered enough in the mines. It's that same spot, too. He really wants to run into that wall. I don't know why. Just in time to not be able to see on the ride home. Fantastic. Oh, maybe it's not so bad when we get out of the shadow of the mountain. I just realized that we're moving way slower than we had to because I forgot to take everything off the horse. That's okay, because we can... Whoops. Well, that wasn't what I meant to do, but we can do it this way, too. So we found out that we can transfer from ourselves to our horse, provided we're right next to the horse. Okay, so that's going to help quite a lot. How did we do on ore overall? 81. So that's 40 more iron. I'll take it. Alright. And we did get quite a bit of stone, too, so we should be able to build those buildings. Oh, Lord knows we have the wood for it. And then we can start on prettying up the place. I don't know who the hell we're going to have work the apiary. I'm assuming we're just going to have to wait until somebody comes off maternity leave. I am not hiring any more villagers. We already have too many. You guys are getting home late. Alright. See, I want to do some switching over of our stick fences to wood fences. I want to get some street lights up so it's not dark as pitch. See, there were some other things that I wanted to do. I don't remember offhand, but I'm sure we'll think of them as we go. But it's not too bad looking now. And we've got our scrambled eggs that we can snarf on. We should have gotten more eggs from, what's-her-face? Working the goat pen, or the, geese pen. Okay, so a lot of that milk is going to spoil if they... because they didn't turn all of the quarks into cheese. They did most of them. You know what? We'll just let it go and see how it shakes out. Eventually, it should start to even out. If not, we can always step in and fix it later. So for now, I only want 6 of these. We're just replacing what we just ate. We're not gonna go ham crafting scrambled eggs because I don't want the villagers eating them. That's my food. Why are we stuck on the door? The horse and the door don't always get along, I've noticed. And I mean, to be fair, who the hell rides a horse inside through a doorway? But fair enough. Alright, now I know what we need for the house. I do not know what we need for the apiary. So we will probably start with the house. Just because I have that more or less memorized at this point. We have so bloody many houses running around. I should probably fill the water. Those might not be water, those might be milk. It's hard to tell which is which. Nah, they're water. So I put the buckets for the milk in with the cows. The problem is when they're used, when these guys craft cheese, it still goes into the same pool that our water buckets go into when they are drained. So, and if we have somebody doing this, all of the milk buckets will eventually become water buckets. So we're going to have to figure out some way to kind of streamline that process a little bit. But mostly, I want to keep these buckets of water in here so they don't eat all the damn potage for their water requirements. Because that is what was happening prior. Wow, that door completely glitched out. Fantastic. Okay, so let's go and grab our stuff for the house. We're going to need 38 logs and 108 stone. What do we have for coins? Almost 3 grand. There we go. Over 10 grand. Or over 100 grand. So, 38 of these. And 108 of these. Which we would not have had we not gone to the mine. Which is good to know. I don't know. Will our hammer last us through this? It's going to be tight. It's going to be a little touch and go here. It might. We haven't built a house since we fixed or put all three points into durability for hammers. So I don't know if it's going to last the whole shebang or not. It could surprise me. Lord knows I've been wrong before. I'm starting to feel like that's my catchphrase. Of course, it would help if I wasn't wrong frequently, but at least I'm willing to admit it and correct it when I know it's true. That does help. Oh, boy. Can we move yet? No. You know what? Let's just do this from the inside, horse. Can you navigate the door this time? No? Fantastic. Third time's a charm? Yeah. There we go. There we go, now we can move. Not very well, but we can. Gotta remember to do the part over my head too. I always forget those little tiny parts up top. Then we need 80 planks or 40 logs to make 80 planks after this is done, and we should be square. I think there's one wall left. Yep, I did miss one. Could tell by how much stone I had left. Alright, now I don't think that we have that many planks. I think we're running pretty lean on planks. Right, this is suburbia hell. There we go. It's definitely the residential district, let's put it that way. Okay. So planks, how many do we have? We have 8. Which means that we need 40 minus 8 is 32. Alright. And then we need 8 stones for the apiary. I should have brought those with us. That's okay. We're going to have to go back for logs anyway, because I don't know what the next stages take. So this will let us get the house emptied, the overflow house, which is where the kid's going to live, our heir, once he turns 18. We are swiftly running out of build allowance, so we're going to have to try and figure that out, especially once moms start coming off of maternity leave. Because we have a handful of job openings, but we have a crap ton. I think we have like 4 job openings, but there are 11 mothers out. So we're going to have to either make more jobs for them and then replace more people as the kids grow, or we're going to have to soak up that build limit with housing and try to figure out what we're going to do with these people. We can always put them in jobs that they're not optimized for. They won't be as happy, but they'll do it. So, I mean, it's not like they won't have a job. I would just really rather maximize their skill sets. And there are a couple areas that we could use more production in. The sewing huts are definitely one. A third sewing hut would not go astray. We could completely use that to capacity. The other place that we could use more production is the forge, or smithies rather. If we built another smithy, we could get some additional income that way. So I mean, there are a couple of things that we could build to produce more jobs, but we're really right up against that building limit. We already have more people than we can support. They're just children, so it hasn't become an issue yet. And I suppose we could always have the children stay with their parents. The problem is, eventually, that's going to bite us in the ass because they're not going to be mated in enough time to have 2 kids to replace themselves and their wife. So we really need them to move out at 18. Or at least, well, we could have them stay with their parents until around 2024. Then we need them to move out. At that point, we will either have to replace the parents or we'll have to do something. There's no real way around that. And it's because I got overzealous. I wanted to increase our production as quickly as possible to get us up and off the ground. And we did. We did a fantastic job of that. The problem is we kind of outran what we're allowed to have by the end of it. Now that we're trying to balance it, we can't. I mean, we can, we're just going to have to take losses to do it. Ideally, we would be able to balance it without losing anybody, but I don't think you can change the build limits after you have started a game. I think it has to be at the beginning. Do we have an iron hammer? Of course we don't. Why would we have a useful tool on us? That would just make entirely too much sense. Okay, so we need to make an iron hammer, and we may as well grab the 8 stone for the apiary. I don't know if it's going to use planks for its roofing or if it's going to use straw, so we might grab some straw and some logs as well while we're at it, and potentially some sticks. I don't know what it's made out of, and that worries me. But it doesn't have stages to it, so I would be very surprised to learn that it's wattle. I would almost expect it to be plank. Oh good, they brought us some more limestone. That's excellent. So stone, we need 8. Let's take some sticks as well, just in case. We'll take, I don't know, 36. Just an arbitrary number. Logs, we're probably going to need at least 12. So let's maybe take 20, just to see what happens. And then we'll take some straw. I mean, we've got 2,300 straw, so 200 is probably way too much, but that's okay. At most, we probably need like 32. Better too much than too little, though, right? As long as we can still move. Alright, so let's get this house done. And then we'll work on that apiary. I'm assuming that the apiary is going to use farmers, but I'm not positive. My dumbass forgot to make the hammer. The whole reason we went over there. Fantastic. I got so distracted planning ahead that I forgot to do what I was supposed to be doing in the present. Okay, so we're going to need an additional stick and 2 iron bars. Probably should have just taken 4 iron ore and made the bars myself as well, but that's okay. I don't know why we went in the back alley. We did not need to. Okay, iron tools, iron hammer. There we have it. It's really, really nice. Gives peace of mind to be able to use iron tools exclusively, knowing that we do not rely upon finding more to replace them. That we can just use them till our heart's content because we can always just make more. That really is a game changer. Seriously. I forgot to take the 8 planks out of the storage, didn't I? Oh no, I counted them as 8 logs, not 8 planks. That's why we're short by exactly 8. Because 1 log makes 2 planks. Fantastic. So we need 4 logs. We're off to a roaring good start with the building, aren't we? I don't know why I really like to run up the back alleys. I don't know. Okay. 4. It is a really good view out of here, though, with the houses. I'm glad that I skipped that gap. Also, because it makes sure that we have trees within 50 meters of these guys. But it gives you a really nice view when you're looking out this way. So you've got all those trees and then the lake in the background. Even in the fog, it's pretty. Reminds me of the swamps. Wow, we're all the way down by the stream. We expanded quite a bit further than I ever expected to be completely honest. You can hear the stream burbling over there. Yeah, it's like right here. That used to be an indicator that we were getting close to home, and now it's like right up against the houses. Oh, it was straw. Excellent. Looks like there aren't any walls either. That's weird. Well, I guess it is an apiary, so, you know, you're going to have some place for the bees to come in. I wonder if they'll produce anything without interference. I actually have no idea how the bee mechanic works. Beehive 0. So let's see. Let's look at management and see what we can find out. Yeah, I know. We unlocked the apiary. Fantastic. Next is food storage 3. We're very much looking forward to that because we are chock full. The windmill will be nice too because we'll get more flour for less. It's more efficient than kerns for making flour. So let's see what our apiary looks like. Is it under animal or farming? It's under animal husbandry. So it is farming skill, looks like. And that's all it does is provide honeycombs. Doesn't look like it needs any tools or anything. So that's fantastic. As soon as we get some people off of leave, I know we have at least one farmer out. I think we have 3 farmers out, actually. People, profession, mothers. Farming. Yeah, there's a 7, there's a 6, and 2 3s. So yeah, we have 4 farmers out. We can work with this. And we don't have any adults that don't have a profession, which means no moms have come off of maternity leave yet. So that is what it is. I'm kind of itching. I don't know how you guys would feel about it, but I kind of want to go see what kind of damage. Did you pee? Fantastic. That's awkward. I kind of want to go see what kind of damage this iron crossbow does. Because it is significantly more damage than the flat bow. Let's see if we can't find a Winston up here. There's usually some over here. And I know it's going to fire slower than the bow. So let's go ahead and equip our iron bolts. Bolts. No? Poisoned iron bolts, right. Right you are. Okay. So where's our Winston friend? There he is. I don't know what kind of drop this thing has. Oh my god, it loads so slow though. Oh shit. Use your fucking... Oh, you gotta re-equip the arrows. Son of a bitch. I don't know that I'm gonna use that. I feel like that's gonna get me killed. Maybe if we'd done it from further away. Let's try again. Let's quick save. God, that reload time is a bitch. Yep, reload. Faster, you asshole! Okay, so definitely a distance weapon. It also looks like the bolts are more prone to break. We only got 1 bolt back out of the 3 that we fired. And that is not ideal. I really don't like the reload time on this thing. Oh, okay. So apparently, guys, thank you, Tirte. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce your name. So apparently if we preload the crossbow, it will stay loaded until we actually fire the shot or switch weapons. So that's something, at least. Let's see if it'll one-shot a moose. Yes, it will! I hear wolves, and I don't trust that thing for wolves. I didn't intend to go on a huge hunting spree, I just wanted to see how that thing worked. Tear like the ones you cry? Oh! Tear-tay? Okay, well that's impressive. I very rarely get things right on the first try. I like the detail inside the wolf's mouth. It actually looks like the inside of a dog's mouth. It's kind of impressive. Alright, horse, I need you to work with me here. We are very overburdened. Really? You always stop just out of reach. Oh, thank you. It was something that was unique enough but still had the phonetic sounds that I was looking for to not be already taken on every platform ever. I did not anticipate, though, that a lot of people don't look at it phonetically. I have some friends in the Discord server that I have a friend of a friend that joined the Discord server that asked who Kaikotich was, and that was entertaining in the extreme because we had already been talking, so he knew my voice and he knew, yeah, it was entertaining. Alright, let's put our meat away. That sounds like something that you should do before going out in public anyway. Okay, so we did want to do another fire pit. Wow, look at them all sit. It looks like a cult gathering. I feel like I should stand in the fire. There we go. We're going to screenshot that. That bird was not very good at being a bird. I hear you, horse. Okay, so I do want to get a couple of tables and things out here. I'm not entirely sure how the benches are going to work with the tables. So we're going to have to experiment with this a little bit and see what we can do. That's not at all what I wanted. Why am I having... There we go. Log table. I think the wooden table is probably going to be better. So we're going to need some planks and some logs. And then for seating, again, some planks and some logs. I don't know if we want to do stools or benches. I think benches. I think benches are going to be better. Benches fit 2 to a bench as well, so that kind of helps. That's why our people actually have enough room for everybody to sit now. Well, almost. Also, this is going to help us get rid of some of our logs. I suppose we could go absolutely ham and build palisades around the entire village. That would get rid of all of our logs, and then some, I'm sure. So let's take like 20 and shave those into planks. This is the last day of fall, so we're going to have to make sure that they get everything planted, because remember we have subpar farmers in there. So I think I should have looked up the recipe for what we need for the lanterns as well. So I do want to get some lighting out. I do wish that the roads were a bit wider though. I feel like a trail is what they call a road, and then we should have a road that's like 3 to 5 of the trail. And I know I could just lay them down side by side, but there's a weird crease when you do that, and I don't like the way it turns out. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Right, you need the actual logs too. So let's take like 5 logs. I don't want to take too many or we won't be able to move. That is not as big as I thought it was going to be. I thought that it would be long like the tables in the villages. Is that... I really don't want to spend money on a recipe that I don't know that I'm going to use, but... No, that is also small. Okay, yeah, so that's a thing. I guess we can put one like right here. And then put some benches around it. I'm hoping that they will still sit on the benches if they are next to a table. Like so. Probably. Those are way too far out, but I don't know how to... Yeah, that just looks bad. I don't like that. I don't necessarily want their legs under the table, but I would like their knees closer to the table. Huh. Because, yeah, sitting back this far, it just looks bad. That is not at all realistic. I don't know that they'll be able to use it if we put it any closer, though. Yeah. Some kind of a reach the table would be kind of cool. Or like, I don't know if you've played The Sims, but when you place a table in The Sims, if you put a chair close enough to the table, it locks to the table. So it can, it actually belongs to the table at that point, as opposed to just being a chair on the floor. Something like that would be really cool, too. But I really don't like the way that looks. I really, really do not. I don't know what to do about it, though. At least we've got the wood to waste. Like, this isn't a huge deal. What do we need to make our fire? We need 12 stones and 6 firewood. Let's at least go get this guy in place. So I've wanted to do something with this empty space for a while now. I was hoping to put several tables and whatnot around and have the fire in the center, but I don't know that that's going to work the way that I had intended now. Just put it in the flat area over here. Then do some seating arrangements around it. That's a table. Some seating arrangements around it. So we want them to be kind of close to the fire here. Let's go north. My biggest problem is if you put them at the cardinals, it looks very video gamey, if you will. It doesn't look very natural. And I don't like the way that it turned out. That's why the ones that we have are set up the way that they are. There we go. That doesn't look too bad because you have some places really close to the fire for when you're cold, and then you have some places further out for when you're hot. Or, you know, the women can sit closer to the fire and the men can sit further back. I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass at this point. So we need 2 logs, 4 leather, 8 sticks, and 4 wool thread for each of the... Wow, that is a lot of wool for a lantern. Can I shave you guys yet? I can. So at least we can get the wool. Meh. Well, that one sounded like it was vomiting. Most of them sounded like sheep sounds, but that last one sounded like it was throwing up. Oh, that was bad. Oh, did our geese grow up a little bit? Honk, honk, honk. I had pet ducks when I was a kid. My aunt rescued some ducks from a pond whose mother had been hit by a car. And as a child, I remember raising baby ducks in a laundry hamper because we were poor and didn't have nice things. And we raised them, we fed them, we nurtured them until they were old enough to be learning how to fly. And then we took them back down to the pond and made sure that they were okay. They reintegrated with the flock and took off, and that was super cool as a kid. I've always had more of an affinity for animals than I have other humans, though, so that's a thing. Hey, Stesso. What's going on, man? Did you come in at a particularly awkward moment, judging by the giant eyeballs? Oh, yeah. Well, a lot of them sounded like normal sheep noises, and then there was the one that was super gurgly. I was like, oh, that's just foul.
How can I help you? Goodbye.
Oh, I'm out of eggs. I already crafted that and forgot. Fantastic. Okay, I think we only needed the wool thread for the torches. The problem is I believe it took a lot of wool. Chunks of grass. Okay, now I know we needed some leather as well. Four leather and full wool. So we basically have enough wool thread to make one. And then 8 sticks. Well, that's disappointing, but fair enough. How did your game get corrupted? Are you on a solid state drive or a spinning drive? Because if you're on a solid state drive and it got corrupted, then you really want to think about replacing that drive before anything else happens. Because that's usually an indicator that it's not going to last much longer. Oh. Did you not have autosave set up? You should have only lost a couple of hours if you load an autosave. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. That's disappointing. My heart goes out to you. I remember the only time that I have ever cried at a video game. I was playing Final Fantasy VII. I was in middle school, I think. I was playing Final Fantasy VII. It had just come out. Well, not just come out. It had been out for a little while, but I had the time clock maxed. I had all of the max materia. I had played for over 100 hours on that game. And I had all of this cool stuff, and I had one stat left. I was using Morph on the Triceratops tanks up by the broken reactor to try to maximize strength. And I had like 1 or 2 characters left before all the characters' stats were all at 255, which was cap. And there was a thunderstorm, and while I was saving, our power went out, and it corrupted that save, and I actually cried. And ever since then, anytime I play any kind of an RPG, I always have a backup save. Always. Anytime I play a Final Fantasy game or anything like that, I save in 2 slots just because. Yeah. It was brutal. It was very, very brutal. Especially to a younger kid like that. What are you guys doing on cheese? Did you use all the corks? You did! Excellent. We need to go put these ones in with the cows, because the last couple we've used for water. What are you doing out behind the barn? At least you're with one of the cows and not the bull. That would be creepy. I'm wondering, how old is our colt now? If we look in our animals and our horses... So he's not quite a year. He should be upgrading here very shortly to an actual horse. At which point we can sell him. This is not where we put buckets of milk. Or buckets... yeah, of milk. So, we did not get as far as I was hoping with the initial beautification. Turns out it takes quite a bit more wool than I thought for those torches. I had grand designs of lining the streets with them, and I think that's going to be a slowly over time kind of a thing. Because, yeah, we don't have any extra wool, and those he's going to need to craft the stuff for the next day, so we don't want to take those from him. We could take some of the stone and get started on the fencing, but I would like for the animals to be in for the night when I do that. As far as I know, there's no such thing as a stone gate, which kind of makes sense because we don't make gates out of stone even now. An iron gate would be neat, but I don't think there's one of those either. So we're going to leave our stick gates in and just use our stone wall to work from there. Venus pointed that out in a comment in one of the videos, that it's much easier to align your gates with your walls if you, or your fences rather, if you put the gate down first and then build the walls around it. So we can actually use this as an opportunity to fix that. I wish there was a way for me to go out and actually farm some limestone, because we still have so much to insulate. I mean, we've been slowly but surely, all of these are done now, and all of these are done now, except for that one, but it's a small house. So we've been slowly but surely doing it. I just, I wish there was a way to farm it up so that we could just get it done, because there's still a lot of houses to go here. And I just realized that we built this house and we forgot to move the people in. Houses, small simple house, and not the one that I'm living in, is Ingrida and Baldwin. Can we move Baldwin and nope, no family. So Ingrida. There we are. Problem solved. You guys live there now. They won't be angry at moving because it's a bigger house. Or at least they shouldn't be angry at moving because it's a bigger house. They should just be happy to have a house. When I found them, they lived at a campfire. Honestly, the best tip that I have for limestone is to build a second excavation hut and just tune it up straight on limestone. Just all in. I mean, we've got two here, and I've got one that's running, it's not entirely limestone. I think I have it doing some stones too. Extraction. So like this one is all in on stone, and then this one is stone and clay, or limestone and clay. So we're bringing in 25 limestone or 20 limestone per day, and it's been a slow thing. Like, this is several years worth of collecting. Now, you can get some limestone out of surface rocks, as I was showing Stesso the other day. The issue with that is when you get limestone out of them, you get like 1 to 3. Kind of like you do with the ores, but you're not even guaranteed to get limestone. Oh, where'd that surface rock go? There it is. So like here, if we find a rock, so that was just 3 stone. That one had 3 limestone and 2 stone, so we did get a little bit of limestone. But the other problem is the rocks are apparently friggin' massive, because like all of this is depleted and we didn't mine anything up here. So I mean, as far as just mining for limestone, it's not exactly efficient. That one didn't even have any. want to add 2. Yeah, it's just not... You're kind of right. You get way more stone out of getting the ore nodes, and you get the ore on top of it. That's why when I really, really need stone, if I can't pick up enough off the ground around where I'm at, then I will go to the cave. Thankfully, once we get our stone fences up for decoration, we will be able to back off a little bit on the stone and actually start focusing more on limestone to get the rest of these done. Because that's one of the other things that I want to do is, like, the tier 3 buildings here are also stone, so if you go to upgrade them, they also require limestone. Except for the tops, which require daub. Don't I have 4 daub? I do. That is barely discernible. Fantastic. So I still need to upgrade these two so that they have more storage space in here. I had a bunch more linen thread than I thought. Now the linen fabric I should take. The linen thread we should probably leave there because they use that for the fishing spears. I really want to see how bright this lantern is. I'm kind of excited for that and kind of not because they're very expensive. So if it does what I'm hoping it does, it's still very expensive. Scrambled eggs. Looks like one of our piggies did grow up. So we now have 2 males and a female. Normally I would sell off the male, but I think I'm going to let him be for now just for the extra chance for babies on the female. Until we get some more females, because 1 and 1 takes forever to have babies. So here we've got a female, a female, a male, a female. So once these are grown, we'll keep this male and we'll sell this male. Just because I would rather have the extra chances on the females like that. Murr. Now see, we're kind of backed into a corner here now. There's not a terrible lot that I can do to help the village other than craft. And decorate, but the decorating, I mean, we need materials that we can't exactly farm in a hurry. Limestone as an insulation is... I don't know on the work buildings, I really don't. But on the houses, it is definitely worth it. It takes their... Well, let's see. We have how many houses? We have 30 houses, and we're only using 729 wood a day. So, and bearing in mind that most of those houses are not actually insulated yet. I guess about half of them are. But it does take a single household's wood use to very, very low levels, comparatively. That's something that I didn't check, though. In the tech tree, what did the apiary... Is the apiary in farming? It is, so there's no new recipes there. Do we have anything that requires honey, though? I don't think we have anything that requires honey yet. So I think we'll basically just be selling what we produce, but since it doesn't take any materials, and it doesn't take any tools, it'll just be straight profit until we get the stuff that actually needs it. Yeah, I haven't bothered to daub these because I feel like the clay is more useful for vials to sell. But the limestone is definitely worth it. That was something I wanted to check. Did I remember to put... No. I forgot to put the rye back in here. Or not the rye, the oats. I'm not entirely sure. I know having the stone house raises their happiness. I don't know for sure on the insulation. You may be right. It would be strange if it didn't. And our fields. Did they get the fields done? They did. So we need to drop off this so that we don't run out. So I think we could go at least to the nearest town and sell off some of the junk that we've got. No. Nope, they are headed for home. Oh, maybe. They're headed for sit downs. So we might be able to get to Danica in time to sell off some junk. Oh, that is a lot of weight. I don't know that we're going to be able to make all of the rounds that we normally make, but we can at least hit up Danica for some extra cash. Because at the end of winter, we're going to get raked over the coals tax-wise.
Hello. Whatever you need, I've got it. Oh. Goodbye. Hail. Best goods in the valley. Friend. See you soon.
Only the best products here.
Oh, there we go. We have 80 left. Is what it is. We might be able to make it to the next town over, but I don't know that it's worth the ride. At the very least, so next season's going to be winter. She'll let us back into the mines again. I hear you, Piggy. We're not going to have much to do in the fields, though. So I think we might see in winter about getting some questing done. I mean, we don't really need any more... We're not going to recruit any more hobos, so we really don't need the points, but it can't hurt. Where'd those bronze things go? They're there. And then we can put our milk in here so that it sours instead of spoiling. I think we might actually sleep for the night this time. You got a bench right here. Why are you standing? That was a weird little hiccup. You just gonna dance through the fire? No, you're actually gonna sit down. I wonder if they're using the other fire. They are! Look at that. Happy villagers. All getting to know each other. And then once... Oh, the farm animals are trying to go inside. That's perfect. So what does the stone fence require? So it looks like each section is 8 stone. So that's iron. So if we go down to our stone, can we carry 80 or is it going to get mad? So that'll give us 10 fence sections. Barely. Excuse me. It's really hard to tell. Maybe if I do it from this angle. There we go. Oh, that does look nice. That looks really nice. And the segments, even though they're varying lengths based on how you're building it, actually fit together in such a way that it doesn't look like they're varying lengths. It looks like it's all one continuous piece. I very much like the way this looks. And it should match with the cobblestone of the foundation over here. Yeah. It would have been better, I think, to mash it straight up into the foundation rather than off to the side like I did, though. But it is what it is. This one here we can actually intentionally put there. Looks like. That may have been foolish. Let's see if we can get this to work the way I want it to. That looks like it's actually partially into... Oh yeah, I can dig it. The end here is going to look a little funny. But as long as they can't get out, I'm okay with it. Where all three of them meet. Well, that one actually worked out. It's just this one that didn't. I don't think I could have got it any closer, though. Oh, that might actually do it. No, that gap's still there. Well, shit. It is what it is. That's all the better it's gonna get. Rocks, 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 rocks. Stones. I think it looks a little bit better, though. I really do. The gate definitely looks better. This side looks great, but this side, because we have the two of them sharing a wall, kinda, that gap right there bothers me. I don't think anybody can get out of it. I just don't like the way that that turned out. And then this way we can bring it around and down. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's gonna be 104. Oh, that's a good idea, Stasso. If I put a lamp just on this side of it, it'll cover the gap. That's a really good idea. Thank you. We can't do it until we're able to shear the sheep again, but that is definitely something that I will plan on doing to fix that gap. I'm glad somebody around here is creative. 'Cause it certainly ain't me. Let's see. So we only have 55 stone left, and to do the next section of fence, I'm going to need 144. So we're not going to be able to do anything with that. So I think at this point we're just going to sleep. Okay, so the lamps aren't super bright, but it does give you a little area. I like the moth around the lamp. That's neat. Actually, that actually covers a fairly decent area. I mean, not like a real street light, but it's not awful. Turtle is winter. Hey, wife. She met an interesting person. The little cricket person that lives in the stump near the waterfall? What? She asked if I was having a fever because of the cricket person comment, and the response is, no, why? I swear I could see him wearing a vest and a hat and playing some kind of instrument. Yes, I think I might have a fever. She's met a young woman who's a real inventor. What did she invent? Well, I didn't ask specifically. She's so full of passion and knowledge. It's been wonderful talking to her. I think you should stop by Baranica and chat with her a bit while she's staying in the valley. Sure, why not? I really don't need more village people, though. Just saying. I don't think anybody needs any more of the village people. But I mean, we don't need any more people in our village either. So let's see what's down in Baranica for us. I don't know. What would an inventor be as far as skills go, though? A fabricator, maybe? Something we can do is take some of our excess crap and sell it off, though. These bronze knives, the shearing scissors, the shovels. I don't know how much more we're going to be able to carry. The hats are slowly going down. I'll leave those be for now. Simple shoes are getting out of hand again. Oh, that was dumb. So let's grab a potion so that we can move to the horse. I need to make some more potions of weight. We still have 6 left, but... Alright, horse. You and me, buddy. Oh yeah, did our other horse grow up? The donkey didn't. Nope, not yet. Hopefully we can sell some junk off to these guys while we're out and about. These taxes are going to be horrendous. What are we at currently? Yeah, we're already above 10 grand and we just started winter. Which means we're looking at least another 3 grand, probably closer to 4.
Hail, best goods in the valley.
Bronze knives. And shearing scissors. And you are out of money already. That did not take long at all. Do you have enough to take this stupid stone pickaxe? You do. Excellent.
Friend, have a good day.
She always sounds slightly hostile. I think it's just the voice actor on her. But she always sounds like she's half a step away from wishing you ill fortune.
Hello, whatever you need, I've got it.
Alright, looks like that's all she's got.
See you soon.
And then we want the dude that sells... Where's your... Oh, he must have a quest. Yeah, he must be the quest guy over here. Hopefully it's something simple. We can actually do it for him. So we don't need the Dynasty points, really, but we do need the Diplomacy XP. No, I'm not getting you resources for your house. Last time you wanted like 20 logs. It's not happening again.
Hello. My wares never disappoint. Goodbye.
I like how that guy's out there with a hoe in the middle of winter. Like, what do you seriously think you're doing out here? I feel like if you were going to till the land, you should probably not do it while it's frozen. Just saying. I mean, the last place that I lived was... It got to -40 regularly for weeks at a time in the winter. So, I am well aware of how difficult it is to dig frozen land. Especially when you have your septic line freeze.
Whatever you need, I've got
And you have to dig it out to thaw it in the middle of -40-degree weather. It is not a good time.
Can I help you? See you soon.
How are you? Have a
Yeah.
good day.
How do you do? Let me show you my wares.
Yeah, it was brutal. I'm really glad I don't live there anymore.
Take care.
It was really pretty, but there was almost nothing to do. It's one of the least populated states in the U.S. So,
See you soon.
if you didn't drink or smoke meth, there wasn't really anything to do. And while I do enjoy an occasional drink, I am not a regular drinker. So, and I refuse to do meth. So, that's a thing.
It was nice.
There wasn't much to do other than see the pretties. The mountains were gorgeous. But to live there was very tedious, especially for me, being a city dweller. I like my creature comforts an awful lot. Oh, is this guarded? No? Sweet. It also has nothing in it, so that's disappointing. I wonder if this inventor's going to send us all over God's green earth like the last guy did. The one that turned out he was just good at hunting. Okay, so that last rank in stamina for your mount, it made a huge difference. I mean, we've been sprinting basically this entire way. And we're only at half. Well, there's some clay. You know, I used to get excited and dig the clay for the extra money off the clay vials, but honestly, at this point, with the money we're making off of cheese and wool hats and all this other stuff, the clay's just not worth the time. Oh, is it you? She's 23. My father used to say that a stranger is a friend you just haven't met yet. I feel like that's how you get stabbed in a back alley, but that might just be the city kid in me talking. How's it going then, newly met friend? I actually came to see you. My wife told me you're an inventor. Anything of yours I might have seen or used? Have you seen or used a spoon or fork? She did not invent spoons and forks. Those have been around since, like, Stone Age. Oh my god! She created the spork! Ah. Oh, that's fantastic. Truly groundbreaking. My eyes? Remarkable. I've heard about it but never seen it in person. I've heard that it's caused by two fetuses merging in the to one in the womb. That's not how that happens. Two different colored eyes can be caused by that, but that's not the most common cause. Usually it's genetic. Bathing too frequently could cause disease and death. What? You look like a very capable person. Would you mind giving me a hand? Of course she wants me to do stuff. What do you need? I'm working on creating a perfect arrow. Okay, now I'm interested. I've heard that there are many interesting birds in this land. I would love to experiment with their feathers. I need you to hunt one of each bird type and bring me their feathers. This is going to be a pain in the ass. I know there's crow by our settlement. I know where some duck are. I don't know where the hawks are. There might be some hawks up by the mine. I have heard sounds like a red tail. I don't know if they use that for the actual hawks or not, but it does sound like a red tail hawk scream. So there's ducks down by the water. What are you? We'll never know now. Well, he'll come back here in just a moment. They don't take that long to come back. I think there's actually some eagles on our way. Maybe. I thought I remembered seeing the eagle alert on the way to the mine from our house. Well, that sucked. And I got nobody to blame but myself for that. At least I get the arrow back. I'm not using the poisoned arrows for this because I don't want them to lose their poison. Not for birds, when anything will do. Oh, you cannot shoot while in deep water. Yeah. Are there filters in the map in game or do? Oh, okay. There are filters in game. Okay. Hunting, farming, animal production, services, storages, traps. There we go. Okay, so we got our duck. So that's... Is that a hawk? No, that's a white-tailed eagle. That's right up there. And then that is a crow. So there's a crow here and then a white-tailed eagle straight north from it. Thanks for that, Tirtai. I didn't realize that there were filters in the in-game map. There didn't used to be. I assumed that when they talked about filters, they meant in the free thing that you can download, and I didn't want to open a PDF in the middle of the stream. So that is actually useful knowledge, and thank you for it. I was so focused on this one out here, I scared off two other ones trying to get to him. And him too. Fantastic. Oh! Hello, bandits. How long have you been chasing me? Ah, shit. Whoa. I'm a little worried. That's the first time I've just seen 2 random bandits and not an archer as well. And I have no earthly clue how long they were following me because I just turned around and saw them coming at me. I don't think they followed me across the river. Their aggro zones usually aren't that big. I'm guessing when I came out of the water over here, maybe they were down by the road? Now they don't show up on the alt skill that I'm using. They don't. It doesn't highlight the bandits, but it will show their name in text like it does villagers. So that's why I'm using it, to see if I can't scope the archer out of the trees. I don't know where he came from. The hell what's falling? What the hell? It's raining bandit corpses. You guys seeing this? It is literally raining bandit corpses. So that's new and exciting. Oh, they even bounce when they hit the ground. I wonder if I can get close to one of them when it lands. Can I loot it? Hallelujah! Oh, this must have been their camp. Okay, well, we found their camp. Was that a, It's Raining Men reference there, Tirte? Oh, did they stop? Oh, no, they didn't stop. What the hell? I don't... They're always just out of range. I can't get close enough to loot any of them. This is insane. Well, there's one of the birds that I need. I just need him to land. Lord only knows how many arrows I will waste trying to hit these guys out of the sky. Oh, and those weren't birds. Those are more bandits. It's really hard to hunt birds when there's bandits falling from the sky. Oh, he's close. Oh, nope, not quite. Did they calm down finally? Looks that way. I think that's another crow. Oh, nope, that was not a crow. That was some kind of bird of prey. It was a hawk. So now we just need an eagle and a pigeon. So the eagle... Where's the eagle going? I wish they would have made these alphabetical. I guess just white-tailed eagle? It's not specific. Eagle looks like it's over here. And then pigeon. You would think that you would be able to find pigeons basically everywhere. It looks like it by Tukti. Oh, there's some up here by Baranica as well. I don't know if that's just the US, but pigeons are a bloody plague over here. Are you an eagle? You're an eagle. Maybe you're an eagle? Nope, that's gonna miss. Get your stamina back first, buddy. We don't want to miss this because these guys are kind of rare. There we go. So now it's all about the pigeon, and it looks like there's some up by Tukti. Thank you again for the tip on... Oh, there's some right by Baranica, too. For the tip on the filters. Tirte, that saved so much time. Because the only places that I remembered offhand seeing the little alert pop up are quite a ways away. That's a rabbit. Did we run out of regular iron arrows? No. I'm trying not to use my poisoned ones for this, because, I mean, stone arrows kill birds. Oh, that was a fail. You don't actually even need to be near an empty farm plot with the bag. You can just right-click when you have the bag equipped, and it will tell you the seasons for stuff, including multiple seasons. But yeah, the rest of that is accurate. For the most part, I remembered where all the vendors were. I have a very good memory usually, but it has been a very, very long time since I played this game, and I know when I played it the first time that there, well, and the second time for that matter, it was pre 1.0 release, and the filters weren't a thing. But they are definitely useful. They are worth having. We're seriously out of 9 things to sell now? What the hell? I feel like every time I leave the village for an extended period of time, everything goes belly up. And she's going to make me come back the next day. Okay, so let's, there we go. Let's head home. I kind of wish that this game treated the horse like Red Dead does. Red Dead Redemption, when you hit rabbits and things, smaller animals on your horse, it just kills them like roadkill. That would be kind of awesome. Because honestly, if it got kicked by a horse running full tilt, it's not going to survive. It's not going to drag the horse to a halt. It's going to kill the rabbit. That game was super fun. It's really a shame they let their online community down like they did, though. The ceasing any kind of production on it. It had so much more potential than it really got. Yeah, it was a sad ending. Did you play the first one? I played the first one back in the day on Xbox. Well, 360. The first one was also kind of interesting. It revolved around McFarlane Ranch, which is in the second one, but like that was your main spot. And the guy that you're always giving crap to throughout the game, the one that you hunt down in the snowstorm in the very beginning to bring back to the village because he fell, he's actually the main character of the first one. Well, we're up to 120 grand. That's something. I've got a bunch of random crap to sell. The spork. Special item. It sounds stupid and it looks stupid, but somehow it makes sense, it says. And it goes into resource storage. So does this mean that I'm able to craft these now? It looks like it's got... It has durability on it. So what the hell do you use it for? Can you even use it? I don't know, but I'm going to put it in our storage in our house. You aren't... Oh, she changed her clothes. I was going to say that's not my wife, but it is my wife. She's just not wearing brown anymore. I don't like change. I should probably put the strange coin in there too. If you drop that on the ground, it'll flip heads or tails for you. And what's our quest guy over here need? I don't even know who it is. It's one of you two.
How are you?
Garwazi, what you need? Is it a knife or a bow? 3 stone spears. At least those are easy enough to make. So we're going to need at least 3 logs, some sticks, and some linen thread. Which we have linen thread over... I don't know how many sticks it's actually going to take though, so we're going to bring like 9. Figure 3 apiece is more than realistic. Generally a spear would only have 1 on the tip, so... And then we've got some thread in the forge over here. So I believe it's 1 thread per. And stone tools are over here. Yeah, it was 1, 1, and 1. I brought way more than I needed. Alrighty then. They give us some meat and some coins. So let's put... They don't have any buckets of water. It is all milk right now. That's a problem. Okay. So all 4 of these are going to water, and we're probably going to have to make some extra buckets. So I feel like some of the other ones might have damaged out of use by now. And that might be why we're so low. Water, 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 water. So yeah, we only have 5, and I thought we had 10 in circulation. But I know they take like 10% damage each time that you refill them, so... Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make a bunch of corks. And some more knives. How are they doing on stone knives? Did we sell out? Almost. So make some more stone knives. We're going to have to do some more simple shoes and probably take those around to sell. But I think we definitely need to do some more fertilizer. So I think we're going to, because it is 8 o'clock my time, which means I need to get to bed to get up early. So I'm going to do some quick crafting off stream while I get ready for bed. And we will see everybody next time. If you learned anything useful, you had a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, have a fantastic rest of your night. It was good seeing everybody, and we will catch you next time. You're very welcome, guys. Have a good night.